This video is designed to help you start an auto repair business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's an auto repair business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful auto repair business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Before you spend a dime opening your shop, you need to know the total projected cost to get up and running. If you don't, you might run out of funds before gaining your first customer. While it is impossible to project certain costs ahead of time, the most common and expensive line items are easily predicted. The total cost is around $50,000, in equipment, insurance, and rent. Buying a building and making alterations can significantly change that number, depending on construction costs. Choosing to buy an existing auto shop can also affect the bottom line. To specialize or not to specialize. OSA certification is broken down into 16 different specialties, with master technician status available in automobile, collision repair, medium, heavy truck, school bus, transit bus, truck equipment. You can also specialize in repairs for specific car manufacturers, or types of repair. If you specialize, you might earn a reputation as the best garage for brakes, but you lost out on a lot of other business. Before you open up, you need to know the scope of the services you plan to offer. If you want to specialize, you'll need to do some serious market research, to make sure there is enough demand to support your new shop. Set up interviews. If you have a very small shop, you might do all of the work yourself, but you will probably still need at least one employee to handle telephone calls and customers. If you have a couple of lifts and want to maximize your capacity, you'll need additional mechanics to help service vehicles. The hiring process should start at least a month before your grand opening. You'll want enough time to check references, find the best candidates, and negotiate compensation packages. Promotion. Marketing is another big part of opening the doors. Be sure to schedule a grand opening, so locals can stop in and see the shop. You might want to advertise special discount pricing for that first day or week, just to bring customers through the doors. You'll also want to have a standard service list of pricing and a shop rate finalized, so you can estimate your revenue potential. Training. There are of course regulations for car repair shops. This is to ensure the safety of cars after they are repaired in your shop. You don't actually need an OSA certification to fix cars. However, if you don't have this certification, it can make insurance expensive or difficult to obtain. You may also struggle to raise finances for your automotive repair shop. The OSA certification proves that you know what you're doing when you're fixing cars. Clients will feel confident that you're able to do what you claim to do. To get the certification, you need at least 2 years of education and work experience in total. At least 1 year you must have gained while working. There are a number of eligibility requirements for this, which vary from state to state. These may include how old you are, your credit score, and your police record. Location. Select a shop in a popular area. You want there to be a lot of traffic naturally going past your shop. This means that more customers can discover your shop by accident, and decide to use your services. Make sure you select a space not far from residential areas. This means that those getting towed to a shop may select your business. Once you've got your building, you'll need to figure out how you'll utilize the space. Set up the reception and waiting area. Make this comfortable for your customers to relax while they wait for their cars to be ready. Choose a place that's close to the main road. If it's too isolated, customers are unlikely to come across you or be able to find you. Towers often charge by the mile, so you don't want to be too remote. You will need an office, where all the administration and billing can be undertaken. Stay close to residential areas. Pick a building that you may consider bigger than your needs. Stay close to a city or town, near the main road. Find a place that has a waiting room for clients to use. Oh, and very important. Make it easier for people to find your place. List your business on Google My Business, and also use a store locator plugin on your website for people to quickly see where they can find you. Selecting staff. Once you know what kind of mechanics you need on your team, and how many you need, you can start the interviewing process. Hire people you believe in, who you think will produce high-quality outputs and who are trained. They should be friendly to customers and ready to help you achieve your goals for the business. Start hiring at least a month before you start serving clients. You will likely need more time than you think to find suitable staff, and interview them. Negotiating salary and checking references also takes time. If your staff is certified, this will give more credibility to your business. Most car technicians get certifications from the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence. You must have a 2-year degree and 1 year of experience to become a technician or automotive mechanic. It's possible to gain certifications in a range of specializations. These can include collision repair, school bus repairs, and trucking equipment. The next part of the video is not specific to an auto repair store business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the auto repair business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful auto repair business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, You can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses, and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running an auto repair business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free auto repair business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.